enough about that, man. We got enough about the technical stuff. Now here comes the fun, bro. Like, Marvel's back, man. What do we want to see for this game, bro? What are your hopes for this Marvel game?
Right off the bat, I want to see Blackheart. I want to see Shua.
Mm,
Um, I want to see. Oh, I mean, I'm, I always play the big bad people, so I do want to see Onslaught, like a legit playable character. That'd be really cool. And Gambit, I do want to see my boy Gambit. I haven't used him in so long, and yeah, yeah, he's always been a really cool design. One thing that I actually really am anticipating to see is it's the first Marvel game outside of Capcom development. And
mm,
Capcom has been in the in kind of between a rock and a hard place. In one end, they want to be faithful to their original character designs and fighter designs, says to not alienate like the long time people playing the series of the whole entire game.
mm.
And on the other end, they can't just rehash the same dude over and over again. They have to add something new. They have to make the character feel fresh and try certain things. So we ended up with characters that were faithful, played faithful to earlier iterations, but
Hmm.
not, so they were kind of hamstrung in a sense where they couldn't really, really switch them up too much.
Yeah.
Now that we have to- Token Soul, I don't know what the technical word is for this new game,
Hmm.
but this new Marvel game, Pandora's box opened up. You see
Hmm.
Doom playing completely different than any other iteration. Same with Storm. So that, in a sense, to me is very exciting to see, a company, have their own interpretation of these characters.
Yeah.
Um, right? So that being on top of my ultimate wish list, I do want to see how they'd execute somebody like Blackheart with like a lot of minion dudes coming out. I do
Hmm.
want to see how they would execute someone like Shumagora, right? Like
Yeah.
insane footsies, tentacle combos, and things like that. Are they going to keep him a charge character or not? You know,
Mm.
um, things like that. Uh, there's so many things they could do with someone like Gambit, who has the
Oh.
ability to charge whatever he touches. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
oh man, so excited. How about you, Michael? What kind of characters do you feel would be an amazing addition to the roster?
Yeah, when it comes to the roster, man, it's something that like I'm bouncing off the walls, right? My mind
Uh,
goes to like what Maximilian did was like, well, what I think the roster would actually look like. And I feel like that's boring, you know? It's like, okay, Thor, Hulk. I think what they're going to do is they're going to set up the game to eventually fill teams. So I think day one, you could have an Avengers team. You can also have a full X-Men team. I think eventually you can have a full Spider-Man team. I don't know if it's going to just be Spider-Man
just like
characters
Spider Gwen,
or if it's
Spider
going to be
Man.
like Spider People, you know?
Very interesting.
Because I definitely want to see one day like a full Sinister Six team. I want to see a full team of like villains that they did for Marvel, called them the Cabal. Or it's like Loki, Emma Frost, Namor, and Doom. We're all part of that. So I think that should be a future team eventually. Seeing like Miss Marvel, she's an Inhuman, right? But recently they like, killed her off and brought her back as an X-Men, as a mutant. And even in the movie, they're kind of teasing like she's got the mutant gene. You're like, is that some like retroactive changing stuff they're trying to do? Because like Feige said, like before the whole X-Men fiasco where Fox was running it, they did want Miss Marvel to initially be a mutant at the jump. But they changed her to be an Inhuman because that was the initiative at Marvel at the time. Was like we kind of want to downplay X-Men because we don't really own film rights to that. So let's push Inhumans and try to make that a thing. Never became a thing.
Mm, mm.
Just look at the show, bro. They didn't even finish a full season. uh, but speaking of Inhumans, I do think you're going to see a future character like if Miss Marvel is an Inhuman, I do think you're going to see a character like Medusa, who is like the queen of the Inhumans, show up
Okay.
because she fights with her hair, and then like that's right up Arx's alley, you know?
Miller Age,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Amelia Rage, bro. So I see like
yeah,
she would
yeah,
be like
yeah. That's funny.
in the middle because she actually
Uh-huh.
does wear purple. So I feel like she would kind of have more like a Sindel vibe from MK1 where she's kind of very regal, kind of pompous, full of herself, but she'll be fighting with her hair like Amelia Rage. So just because of her personality and stuff, I see her being like a nice fresh take on that concept of fighting with her hair. And just to go down the list of characters I think are from the Guilty Gear that they could just reskin and redesign, but have at least like a game plan is
Mhm.
Potemkin, right? Take his
Okay.
move set, give us the Juggernaut, you know,
That'd be cool.
that would be
That'd be
sick.
cool.
You know, that's like a deep cut going back to the previous where he hasn't been around in a while. And I love like an old glitch exploit that he had in Marvel 2 that people demanded, like put that back in the game.
What the power up thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so hilarious.
Yeah, dude. They had to patch it and give it people what they wanted. So I think Juggernaut being back, I think I would love to see Iceman come back. Um, I'm just worried that right now there's been a huge push for Luna Snow, K-pop star, because K-pop's all the rage with the kids, you know.
Mm.
So K-pop superhero with ice powers, and there's like a poster referencing her in the background of the stage that they premiered. So I'm like, ah, man,
So bets are on her instead of Iceman. Gotcha.
yeah. But Iceman, super dope. I think he'll be an amazing DLC character anyway. So
Mm.
I think he'll definitely come. I love how many people want Nightcrawler to finally show up in this game. Super
Uh-huh.
sick. Especially after X-Men 97, bro. I don't know. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I loved it, man.
So sick. Because he always fought with just two swords. But X-Men 97 is like, no, 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 no. He's got a tail, bro. His tail needs a weapon too. Um, so it'd be so sick if they actually bring him into the game, fighting with three swords, doing crazy like teleporty, even like capoeira type moves because he can fight with different ways, and even his hands have like little, the feet have like little hands on them, kind of too and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So the kind of moveset he can have is just crazy, and Arxis would just eat that up. I definitely want someone like Rogue to be base roster. You know, Rogue was one of my mains in Marvel 2, but also I want her to have still like the Miss Marvel powers where she
Mm.
flies around and still has strength, which is why I kind of don't want Captain Marvel to be
To be in
launched.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she
Yeah.
could be eventually because she does like she goes binary and fires lasers and stuff. Rogue doesn't do that. And but I want Rogue to start because I want Mystique as DLC.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Interesting.
So you can
Interesting.
start off with
She
just
could be like
like
Shang Tsu, pretty much.
exactly. But not only
Uh-huh.
that, but I thought about it like that would be cool. Like if she could just transform parts of her limbs. And then I saw somebody like post up, pages from a comic where she does transform parts of her body. She doesn't have to go full transformation. So I'm like, that would be sick if all of her normals were her arms and legs or for punches and kicks transformed and were referencing characters in the game, potential DLC they're working on and just random that character will never show up, but we're going to make this a reference anyway type of deal.
I mean, you're
So
definitely giving me Super Scroll vibes. Super
yeah,
Scroll kind of worked like that. Yeah.
hmm yeah,
Uh,
but she also gets to do like the full transformation for like a level one super, just transform into your opponent or any assist maybe. So it'd be cool like if they did it to where like it's kind of like because some games do it to where it's like two buttons. So for super input, some games do like double motion and button. So that would be cool if you could do that with Mystique, because then they could definitely control which character she transforms into from the other team. Yeah, dude, I agree with a lot of people. I want the Goblin. I want
Green
Doc
Goblin.
Ock. I want to eventually see like a Sinister Six type of team. So like even if they threw a character like Mysterio would be fire. I kind of want someone like Lizard or Scorpion to be in the game too. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know like how their move set would be. What I know about that lizard guy is from what, like Amazing Spider-Man? Was that, did I get that right?
Oh, the
Yeah.
one in the 90s? Or no, oh
No,
no, you're
no.
talking
Yeah, yeah, the Andrew Garfield
the
one.
movie, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was Amazing Spider-Man too, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know about that lizard dude.
Oh no, Amazing
Um
Spider-Man 1. That's right.
yeah, the
Two
first one.
two we don't talk about.
Two with Jamie Foxx.
I
He
look
did all right. He did all right in the new movie though, right?
yeah, yeah. He was like redemption.
So yeah, man. Oh, damn. Yeah, I think we hit on literally everyone that I kind of want to see in this game. Um,
There's a few crazy ones. Like
uh,
I want to see Yeah, they'll definitely do a team of Avengers villains, and yeah, they'll do a team of X-Men villains because there's so many good ones. I definitely want to see. I want to see Sinister.
Sinister. Sinister would be cool.
I think it
They
was
need a
like,
Sentinel in there, don't they? I mean,
yeah.
I'd be surprised if they don't.
Oh, okay. So just to wrap up, Sinister. Like I think he'll be dope because he would have different power-ups. I just see him constantly injecting himself with different stuff or different power-ups.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay. So he's like an
yeah.
install super
Hmm.
maniac. Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I saw someone like drop that like last year when Taco Marvel was first coming back, and they're like, that would be cool if you could do stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, that would be pretty sick. Um, but to go into like the Sentinel conversation, right? I think they should go Bastion.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they should go Bastion because one of Sentinel's moves was calling other Sentinels.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I think that would be sick. And plus, like, I love the fact he did his like transformation. I don't know how you would reference him doing that transformation in the game,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know that that'll be like an install super where he's even like more powerful and doing all this crazy stuff. And he might have some slight healing capability. I just think like Bastion was just too badass in that show to not like put him into this game. I'm like almost thinking summon my Legion team at one point where you have Doom because his level 3 summers his Doom bots, and then you also have Ultron summoning his army, and then you have
That's funny.
Bastion summoning his army of
That's
Sentinels to
funny.
attack you. So that'll be crazy because we don't know if there's DHCs in this game. That's something we
Hmm.
really don't know. I think, unfortunately, I think that move where they go through all four characters might replace the Team Super. We don't know.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's so early. I know they didn't show everything, but it would be cool if you could just do like a wave of armies just be thrown at your opponent. That would be so sick. Speaking of having your own army, personal army, you gotta put in Apocalypse, dude.
Hmm. Yeah, like a playable version, not the one that is like overblown and like chilling in the background.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think it'd be so badass if he had. Because even though I really want Archangel to be a character, because I think it'd be so sick to have him like zip around, slash you with his wings, and like throw darts full screen and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
I think it'd be so badass. But if I gotta like limit, say at least he could be an assist of sorts for Apocalypse leading his four horsemen, I think that would be really badass to see
Um,
Apocalypse utilized in that way, you know. As we might mention a few times, as a type of Captain Ginyu type from Dragon Ball Fighters, but I like to shout out personally the original captain who summoned his team, Captain Commando.
oh yeah, that's so true.
Because when he did it, it was fired because his team is so crazy. He got a baby in a mech, and then he
Uh-huh.
got like a mummy ninja dude. Like all of his characters were so wacky and crazy that like I want to see like that type of like who is this? Like what's going on? Because another summon character I think that would really be dope just to bring him in to again bringing characters who wouldn't be playable because they're like D, C list, but would be a deep cut and fun for fans to see reference if you had a character like Kingpin come in
Oh, interesting.
doing charge attacks, being a big body, but all of his specials is him summoning different assassins to do attacks on you. I think that would be pretty cool. I thought one of them could probably be Bullseye, but then I really thought about it. I'm like, yo, Bullseye would be a crazy character
I
if
mean,
he was
he'd be kind
playable.
of Hawkeye-esque, you know, he'd probably have a move where it's like Gimlet, you know, it's like full screen, just instant like hit, you know what I'm saying? Like a hit
Mhm.
scan kind of move.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
what
that'd be
his
cool.
level 3 super will do so much damage.
Uh,
Because what I think he would do would be crazy is I think all of his projectile moves would be homing, but they all home differently. I think
hmm.
it'll be crazy if he did like light, medium, heavy. Is he throws something that bounces off the edges of the screen, and depending on the strength of the attack is how many times it bounces off the screen.
Hmm.
So if he did EX, it will bounce off all four corners and then hit them, you know? Or he would have like a
Interesting.
move where he would like throw something off screen and then he rushes in and then it comes from the other side to hit you. Like a lot
Hmm.
of tricky projectile at different rates so that he just then goes in and mixes you up. And then It'll be and this is a play, have fun with it and reference the show. They're all random different things.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a lot they could do with that character.
Yeah. I'm trying to think any last honorable mentions that we haven't talked about. I do think you should be able to rep the classic X-Men team. So have Beast that plays like Blanca,
I don't think Beast has ever been in one of these, right? That would be a first.
not in the 2D space. He was in
Yeah.
those 3D Mutant Academy, which I know we never
Oh
touched.
man.
But and from those, that's why I think Mystique would have a projectile too, because they gave a railgun. But speaking of X-Men who carry big guns, G, you got to bring back the boy.
Yeah, I agree. Well, there are two boys in that front. There's Cable and Bishop. Which one you talking about?
I personally want to see both, but I think they would have to be different seasons of DLC.
uh,
I don't think either one would be base. I think it should be Cable and then Bishop.
yeah, or something like that. They should definitely do Bishop though, because he hasn't made it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, just to have a super where he just like is it absorbing all of your attacks
Yeah.
and he's just goading you to hit him because you know if you do like a full like combo string on him, you could just do all that damage right back at you. So you just don't want to touch the guy. But if you can have cool assists that open you up while you're blocking, that would be nuts. I do think it should be Rocket and Groot as one, but I want Groot to be the main, and I want Rocket to be part of either normal strings or he's planning traps and stuff as special attacks. I think that would be
Yeah,
really
I
cool,
think I think I'm kind of done with like really really tiny people
right?
in my fighting games. I'm so annoyed of them.
Yeah, dude.
No serve bots, no like. I mean, Rocket was like a little bit bigger, but like, man, he was so annoying to play against. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because everyone's used to Rocket being on Groot's shoulder, especially with rivals, you know.
uh
Oh yeah, speaking of, I think that's what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna have definitely characters that were made popular by rivals be I think they're gonna be DLC. I think
Like Jeff the Shark, like random
yeah,
random stiz like that. Yeah.
I call him El Jefe, bro, because Jeff comes in, you don't mess with him. He tears everybody up for some reason. He just shoots and runs away, and you just can't take that guy out. So many MVP screens with Jeff. I'm just like
Yeah.
crazy. But even though I would love her to be base, I think Scarlet Witch might be DLC.
Okay.
Um, because I still think Strange should be main.
Yeah. Yeah. Strange would
But
be really cool.
to your point, I'm super excited because I feel Strange has been really safe. Unfortunately, from on Capcom's side, he just does like beams and glyphs. I want to see him open up rifts to like different dimensions. I want to see him do like crazy time manipulation. Like it'll be messed up, but Geras does it in Mortal Kombat where he just completely rewinds. He's like, that whole combo you just did on me didn't count.
That's crazy.
So he like actually like rewinds everything he just did and goes back to where he was, having recovered all that life. So I think it'll be dope if they did that. Be cheap, be annoying to see him use Time Stone as part of his like move set, but I think Strange is a great opportunity to make him look way cooler. Like also use like his magic whip and so many things, you know. I think the movies did a good job of finding new spells for him to do, and I
Mhm.
think the game needs to do stuff like that. Like make him cast spells and do stuff. Don't just be like I'm summoning bolts of light to hit you. I'm like that's weak, you know. When they do them, someone made a good talk about like Black Widow being like a fusion of Cammy and Sea Viper, and like that would be way better than what Capcom did. I don't know why they didn't think of that for their own character. She had like a poison stun instead. I'm like, poison? Like in all the movies, she's stunning with electricity. Where does poison come from? You know? Oh, but that's more comic accurate. I'm like, that's weird. I think you're definitely going to have heavy weapon artillery team like Winter Soldier and um,
It's like War Machine.
I think it's going to be a team. I think it's going to be War Machine, Winter Soldier, and Punisher all lined up. So I think that's going to be cool. Just like you're going to have like a team big body. I think you should have Hulk along with Juggernaut and the Thing, and
That'd be
maybe
crazy.
they even bring Colossus back or something. Uh,
Colossus, I think, it definitely needs to come back for sure.
yeah,
So
dude.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. I know a lot of people did like dream rosters. I'm like, nah, there's just too many characters. There's,
Mhm.
I think. There's too many to fit in. I think Venom should be day one, but I know people still have been fiending for Carnage to show up one day. I think
Mm.
he'll be a great. I know Venom will be day one just because Zato.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
He's there every time. I'm like, how can you not? Like they find
Mhm.
a way to make him launch every time. So they could definitely do Venom. He's just a buffer, you know, Eddie Zato one.
I
Um,
see
but
it.
but I think Carnage, I think because he's so like extreme and kind of like violent
Mhm.
that they've always been scared to. But with characters like biking, taking it to
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
I could definitely see them like you just black out the screen and he does things. It's fine. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of cool stuff, man. I'm really excited for the game. I think there's going to be like one or two reps for every team they're gonna fill out. I think you're going to have like Midnight Suns, right? Because Doctor Strange has been part of Midnight Suns. So you got Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and then eventually fill out that team with like Moon Knight and Blade. Um, so I think they're going to go through and eventually like you can recreate your dream teams from the comics. Like Daredevil will have his own version of the Defenders show up probably. I do think a lot of the stage stuff are hints at DLC though, like Dazzler. Maybe that's like a redirect and we do get Jubilee, and Dazzler could just be like a skin. You know?
Yeah, right. They could always do that.
You also see like Matt Murdock in the window of one of the other parts of the stages. So I think they're showing you Matt because as DLC, when Daredevil shows up, he won't be in the background. There'll be Daredevil front and center. So I think they're playing it smart. They're like hinting at a lot of content, at a lot of characters, and hopefully we get a big roster at launch, man. Um, I know a lot of people say Arxis start small, but I don't know. They keep bragging they have a big budget. I think they're trying to flex, like, yo, we're going to get.
Dude, you could tell. You could tell they have an enormous budget for this game. So,
So I'm
yeah.
hoping we're looking at like close to or at 30, hopefully. My dream's 32. I know a lot of people are trying to be more realistic. Like it might be like fighters again at 24. I'm like, maybe we could do 28. It's be in the middle.
正義のためにこれが私のと